Words like resilient come to mind, faithful. Our faith has really been a driving force. Human, because it's taken a toll on us individually and as a team, and we know that it hasn't been easy. So that's part of it. And just, I want to say passion to our mission. First, I will say we had never really met our fundraising goal for BCFS operations, at least in the 15 years that I've been here. And we hit it this year. $11.5 million was the target, $16.1 million was the actual. Amazing, amazing results. When you add up contributions for all Buckner enterprises, for everything that we raised, we went over $20 million in 1 year, $20.5 million, which has never been done before. The 16.1 had never been done before. The record and budget had never been reached before. So we broke all kinds of records this last year. So I would say that our health as an organization, if you just look at that 1 year, is just very, very strong. And we broke lots of records. We give thanks to God. And thankful to our donors for stepping up in the middle of a pandemic to deliver. It's just phenomenal. It's a supernatural, I think, kind of result. We're making our plans and we're moving ahead to the second year to pull down goals that we can achieve that will move the whole enterprise forward. So things that relate to BRS and their plan for growth, and then also the restructuring in BCFS and implementation of their plans to have networks going across, a network for foster care and adoption, a network for family pathways, a network for family hope centers. So I'm excited to see how that's going to come. We need to retain the talent that we have, develop the talent that we have, and then position folks for succession when that time comes. So those are all big areas of emphasis that we really, I think, are very important. We're in a war for talent in general, for-profit, nonprofit, and I want us to be the employer of choice. I want us to be the place where people want to go to and stay and grow and develop, and that's the kind of environment that we're working on. I would say that the main message for stakeholders, donors, those that support us, volunteers, even our colleagues and teammates, is that hope is still a rare commodity, that it's not out of fashion. Especially with what we're going through now with COVID and its impact, that hope is still a viable thing that people need and people want. And it's available and it exists for us. For me personally, for us as colleagues and coworkers, for those that support our work, to know that people that were vulnerable still are, they still need hope. There's so many unknowns for the future. Who knows what the future holds? We need the hope that Christ is there already, and He is not surprised with what's happening, and He's waiting for us. And there's the promise of better things in the future. We just don't know when and how. So hope is still a commodity that's rare, and we're locked in on it because of our faith. When I think about this being February and it coincides with Black History Month, I think it's a rich time for us to slow down and learn, right? And read. I read things on social media, articles and things that come my way, and I'm learning more about African Americans, Black Americans that have made significant contributions. So it's been like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, there's another story. And if you read some of these and you become aware, you realize there's a richness in African American history in America, as difficult as it has been. The human spirit and the ability to rise above circumstances, and examples of that are without number. Black History Month helps us take time to learn about another culture, to value and appreciate the image of God in that person and their experience, and to try to understand what African Americans have experienced, what they've accomplished, and to appreciate and value them as individuals in this global village that we all live in. But on a personal level, I would say that Belinda and I just celebrated our 40th wedding anniversary. I almost said 30, but it's been 40, which is my point, is that it just doesn't seem like it's been 4 decades, 40 years. She's as beautiful and young and intelligent as ever, so I don't really see her aging, but I think I might be aging, But here we are, 40 years later, and wow, it's just looking to the next 10, 20 years, of what that's going to be like. Very, very, very blessed to have her as my partner and us to work together as a team. She's very much invested in our ministry as well and tracks what's happening at Buckner and how are you doing and how am I doing.